I tucked the butcher knife and put it up to her neck. I said, if you want to live to see tomorrow, you better start frying them eggs a little bit better than what you're frying. I'm tired of eating sloppy.
So surprising.
I don't know. Frank doesn't like wearing the headphones, mostly because it's like only recently have we put these shock mounts on to avoid the heavy breathing.
What, these?
Yeah.
Wait, surely you've had these on the whole time.
No. In fact, only recently have I started doing like actual noise reduction for the post editing.
You used to tell me that was the whole reason that you did the podcast was that so that you could feed it into your own little system, and then you cut the highs and you level out the mids or whatever the fuck it is.
Huh?
You said fuck.
I mean,
the whole reason you got into it is because like you record and like the levels are all over the place, and like you feed it into the system and you trim the peaks and you whatevers and you do all the other shit, and it's like it all started off as just kind of like a audio engineering exercise.
No. Shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. JD's back with us to ruin another episode, and I can't wait for it. Ruin. It's all right. Say something. I got to get your EQ set.
Saying something. I have low voice.
Dude, tell me about.
I kind of sound like.
How about that guy with that crazy hat that came into the bar? Huh?
That was so sweet. You don't really see. You see guys with hats.
Not like that though.
You see guys with hats, and they're usually like snapbacks, and they're forwards or backwards. And then you see guys who are like wearing fitted caps, and they're like,
Fred Dursting.
Yeah, or my brother. My brother wears fitted caps because he says that's the only thing that fits him. Size 8 hat.
Damn, your brother's got a fucking noggin.
He's got one. And then you see guys like this who are wearing.
It was a trucker hat, and it was a similar style to a Suicidal Tendencies hat, if you know what that is.
I don't, but what I can describe it is the bill was folded up in the front. To a degree, it was 90 degrees. It was like it comes off his head, like a normal hat comes off your head about 90 degrees to like your face, and then it folded up, and it was like he was. I don't know what you would use that for.
It was just an out.
It's not aerodynamic. I can tell you that much.
Place. Those dudes,
they not winning any races.
Well, they were fucking. It was like a bunch of dudes that were maybe about 10 years older than us. So all their style was hella dated, in my opinion.
Really? I think all those dudes were the exact same age as us.
Shut up. No, they weren't.
I mean, it looked like fun. I mean, it looked like fun.
No
I wanted to hang out with those
age.
dudes. Once I like went to the bar and I was like,
you saw how sweaty that one guy was.
I saw how sweaty they were, and I was like, okay,
I want to hang out with
these guys. Are probably coked up.
What do we do? Hang out with this.
What are we doing?
Man.
Let's hang out. Like, you're sweaty. I want to be sweaty.
Let's get
sweaty.
Get me sweaty.
What's the sweaty? What's the sweat talking about?
How,
do you guys like trivia?
I
mean, the way in would have been getting everyone in that bar on our trivia team.
Oh my god!
And that would have been totally illegal.
And then we would have turned tides on that one nerd.
Oh my god!
JD and I
cannot believe you made us lose to a faggot.
I did not. I did make us lose. It was my fault.
No, it wasn't your fault.
I fucked up. No, I fucked up.
Oh, okay. Well, as long as you're admitting it.
I should have just fucking said don't bet any points.
I actually didn't realize that was an option.
To not bet points on the last round?
I thought you had to bet a minimum of 5 points for some reason. I don't know where the fuck I got that from.
I don't know, man. All I know is that we had the fucking game in the bag.
We were in first going into the last round, which is a first for us. So we did not know how to handle that, I would say.
We scrambled. We panicked. We panic. That's all. That's the simple in
Because
and
the
out of it.
strategy is always bet it all, baby.
Bet it all. Who cares? We never win. Just throw
Yeah,
it all
right.
out.
And then sometimes it works out and we win. And some of us go home with the prom queen, aka the sexy bartender.
AKA, yes, the torta. The sweet, beautiful torta.
Yeah, I mean, so just so everyone knows, there's
love on the line. There's love as a reward here. You have to impress. You got to impress the bartender lady with your big brain knowledge of shows and TV history that made no sense.
she always seems like she is impressed. And it also always seems like she wants to be on our team. So it's like, you know, as long as you're not giving answers to the other fuckers at the bar, which I know she does.
I know she has to. She's a liar.
This
She's
is why.
cheap. She's
I mean,
a liar.
this is why I don't tip her. Is because she does stuff like that.
She gets no extra love. Also, because you said she's got a kid. I ain't
Yeah,
getting
what's
no
really funny
single
about this
mother.
situation is that like we've been going to this trivia bar. I mean, we go to this bar and we get wings, and then there happened to be trivia there a bunch of times. One time there wasn't, and Pootie got all scared or something, and he had to leave early. Sometimes Pootie just eats too much food and he like gets scared. I don't really know what happens.
They know about this.
Oh, they know about this?
They know that I get really scared after I eat too much. I get this fear in my eyes. I get a glaze of sweat and fear.
It's actually the literally worst thing that happens because like I'll hit up Pootie and we'll like make plans to go out to dinner after work. I'll pick him up or he'll come over and we'll go. And it's like we're having so much fun. We get the first round. He slams the first round. And it's like drinking faster than me. And it's like, okay, great. Let's get another one. This one's a little bit slower. The food comes. He eats the food faster than I've ever seen anyone eat a meal of food in my life. And he's like, I got to go home.
2 beers and a
like, "Dog-
meal make me so scared.
Dog, what's wrong?
gotta
He's like,
go
I gotta go. It's like, he starts making all these sounds like, and I'm like, I don't know what that means. What is happening to you?
2.5 beers and a full meal. And
It's
I
just
said,
like,
I just gotta
I'm not
go,
feeling
dude.
that. I was like, well, we got a whole fucking night of trivia. He's like, you're just gonna have to do it on your own.
You're gonna have to.
Good one. I'm sorry.
A lot of burps, a lot of gurgles, and a lot of I'm sorry.
Burps and gurgles. Burps and gurgles.
Burps, gurgles, and I'm sorries. And I gotta get out of there.
It's not actually as many as I'm sorry as I wish there were. It's a lot of burps and gurgles.
JD wants more I'm sorries than I'm willing to give him, though.
I mean, it's your idea most of the time.
Dude, it is totally your idea.
Tonight, none of that though. Tonight you were no burps, no gurgles.
Tonight I was in immaculate form.
It was so much fun.
Look at me. I even drove home.
Yeah,
I even drove us home.
I thought like I go to the bathroom like when I'm drinking I go to the bathroom about every let's say 5 minutes or less.
JD, when did you first realize you couldn't hold your pee?
About the 4th time I pissed in my bed.
And when was that? What age was that?
In college, like 20.
Did you ever pee your bed in high school?
One time, the one time that I got caught drinking in high school, is because I peed my bed.
Uh-huh. The one time you got caught drinking in high school, or the second time?
I only got
'Cause
caught
you
drinking
got caught
once in high
drinking-
school, I think.
You got caught drinking at my house at one time.
Oh yeah, I mean that was so close to the end
Yeah, okay.
of high
Yes,
school.
that don't count.
That counted, but like I was.
But you didn't pee your bed.
There was no sleep involved in that. Like I came home like fucked up and like that's such a funny story.
It's a good one. But so you peed your bed. Did you know you were going to become a serial peeist?
No. It took
Serial
me
pisser?
it took me a long time to realize that that's like my cross to bear.
How many girls have you peed on?
Oh, well, every girlfriend I've had, so
Okay.
2. 2 plus a couple hookups.
So a couple-
2 plus like I don't know,
That's
4.
brutal. So you peed
So
on a
6
hookup?
oh yeah.
Tell
I
me.
peed on
Tell me
hookups.
more. So how comfortable were you with this hookup? Was it just a one night?
No, it's never been one. I was never usually like if I'm drunk enough to pee, I'm too drunk to like get a hookup, like seal a deal on some
Gotcha.
shit. But what I did do one time is like be sober enough to like get with a girl that I like had already put in a bunch of work on.
Oh, okay. So okay.
And then like went back and
Making a withdrawal.
Yeah, like had sex and then like fell asleep and then like because all the work was done. I didn't have
Yeah,
I didn't really have to be sober for
all
it.
the investment,
and then
all
woke
the
up
time,
and then woke up and I pissed the bed and left and never talked to her again. And I think actually personally that she might have thought that she did it, which is kind of the ideal situation.
So you're banking on the fact that she thinks she pissed the bed?
I think that if she knew that I did it, she would have told all my friends about it.
Oh my God, of course. She would have told everyone that she
like
knew.
I feel like I would have been like in trouble for it if she knew that I did it. And I think
So
that she thought that
so
she
you're
did it.
thinking that based on you waking up, there's pee in the bed and you left.
Oh, it was for sure me. Like my jeans were.
No,
like,
right. But you left before she could see the evidence of your jeans, leaving her to believe that the piss could have been her.
I got up at like 6:30. Like
Right.
I woke up, realized what happened. And was
You
like,
got up and
out.
you're like, "Oh, I pissed on this bitch. I gotta go."
I mean, yeah, pretty much. Unfortunately, yes, that is basically.
And you
what
shamefully squandered out of the house. No big deal. No judgment here. But in hopes that she thought she peed the bed, she didn't go and tell.
happened. No,
nobody.
I didn't think that at the time. At the time, it was just drunk me trying to like get out of this.
Shame.
I guess I don't really know what I was thinking. I just wanted to get. I think what I wanted to do was get dry and get into a bed.
You didn't even care about who was peed on. You just didn't want to be peed on anymore. Listen,
Yeah,
I
I think so.
understand. We're looking for shelter first. We can't just walk around in pee pants. No matter who peed your pants, we got to get those pants dry.
As someone who wears the pee pants more often than is normal.
And I understand that, brother. You got to get those pee pants dry. And listen, I feel for you. The other day at the bar, I was working, and I don't even know how it happened. I was peeing, and I guess my shirt on because I don't want to do this at the bar. You know, like this is fucking embarrassing. Some dudes look
That's
over and they just see my whole tummy and titties out.
Well, what if you're dropping below your butt cheeks?
Well, that's very funny. But then I'm running the risk of letting my jorts, because I only wear jorts.
Of course. What else would you wear?
All my cutoff danglies would go into the piss on the ground. Can't have that. So I'm doing a normal piss, and then my shirt like dropped out of my hand or something. I just pissed all over the low brim of my shirt.
Bro, I mean, like, if you're looking for someone to have better piss stories, like, one time I went to go pee at my friend was just having people over. We all just got completely fucked up, and I thought that I took my pants off, and I didn't. And I just pissed all over.
Well, now that
everything
beats
I
my
was wearing.
story entirely. I mean, the worst part about mine was I was at work and I had to go out to the car and get a fucking shirt that it just looked like a Hoosier shirt. So that was fine. But you were hanging out with your buddies, you just pissed yourself.
Yeah, it was like it's like if it would have happened right now.
What, you thought you pulled your dick out?
Yeah, I was like I was mentally fucked up.
Did you open your pants but didn't pull down the underwear?
Not sure about that specifically.
Oh,
all I know
okay.
is that I was
You
thinking
thought
I was
you had
pissing,
it and you didn't have
and my
it.
dick wasn't out, and so I just pissed all over my pants. And like I
brutal.
was just like Mr. Piss Pants, and I came out to my friends and I was like, "Help me!"
Oh, it's brutal. There's that
Man, I'm
one
really
time,
oversharing.
dude. There's that one time where you were puking, walking down the hallway at the apartment we lived in.
It was just like that.
And you just help me. I'm like, absolutely not. Go in your bathroom.
It was just like that.
That was nuts. I've never seen someone
And you didn't
like,
help me.
Of course not, dude. You were actively vomiting, walking towards me. What am I going to do?
I would have helped you.
The only thing that I would want you to
said-
do is direct me towards a bathroom, which I was trying to get your ass to turn around and go in your room.
Oh, pobrecito.
Oh, yeah, right, dude. Just while I'm throwing up directly onto your stomach.
And I'm catching it, and I'm like, oh, big.
You're
big
not even
poopies.
catching it. You're just
Oh,
letting
wow.
it happen. You're just rubbing my back as it rains down you.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
You got
that's a big boy.
You got big pukies
It's a
in you,
big
huh?
boy. He's got so much. Oh, it's another big boy.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
That's what you should have done to me, you bitch.
Fuck you. I will never help you. I'll never help a puking person, dude. Dude, there's this dude. It happens way too much now. I got to tell these dudes at the bar, like, yo, you can't be putting these trash cans near my mixing booth because dudes
people come up to
vomit
puking.
and fucking puking. It's fucking disgusting. There's this dude who's just like, had his head down, you know. I'm like, oh,
It's like, dude,
no.
let me buy you a drink.
Oh, no. I'm keeping my eye on this dude. And then he gets up and he just like, doing these, and I tap the security guard. I point. I'm like, "Yo, get this man's out of here!" And he's like throwing up. And he's trying to argue with the security guard, like, "Just let me get it out. Let me get it out." And he's like, chunky voms in between arguments with the security guard. And I'm like, "Brother, I'm trying to stand here acting like I'm mixing a show.
I'm trying to take a nap over here.
I'm trying to fall asleep during the second set. We got 4 sets here, pal.
I got equipment. I got this guy's equipment to
pretend
like I care about.
Yeah, dude. Like I got to act like I care about the show here, dude. It's the best when I get to just fucking pretend like I care about anything. What? You need a breakies? Okay. You know, cats are cats.
It's crazy. I used to hate cats.
Yeah, no, you used to have really bad allergies to them. Come on, Grace.
I still have bad allergies. I used to always say, my bit was always that I'm biologically predisposed to hating cats. And that would get a laugh, like a quarter of the time.
Well, if it works 25% of the time, gotta run it.
I'm gonna workshop that, make it better.
Gotta run it.
But now I love my cat.
You think you could do open mics?
Yes, for sure.
All right. I'm not saying like that was a bad tone of me saying, all right, because I've never done an open mic. Like, I don't know if I can or not.
I think I can put together 5 minutes and go on stage and do a 5 and feel pretty good about it.
Do type 5?
Kind of no problem.
I think I'd go up there and I'd start hearing my heartbeat, my ears real heavy in my eyes.
I'm kind of a natural born performer, if I'm being honest. That's why,
Perform, pig, perform.
That's why, if you ever get married, your best man thing, whatever you do, I got my speech ready to go.
Already?
No, I don't, but I can put one together real quick. That was the height of David's wedding is his what do you call it? Like, you're not my best man, but I'm still letting you give a speech. Like, what's the right word? Like a pity speech, right?
Ooh, I don't know if that's the right word.
No, that's exactly what I was looking for.
Okay.
I know how much you care about this because you talk about it all the time, but you're not my best man, but I'm still going to let you say something in my wedding. And I blew the crowd away.
Oh, I thought you were about to say you blew it.
No, I didn't blow his dad.
Should have. That would have gotten a pretty good. I mean, people would still be talking about it.
They'd be in shock. They'd be like, this is like some Cirque du Soleil.
They wouldn't even remember the best man speech.
This guy's a performance artist.
They wouldn't even remember the vows. They'd only remember you. You would have been a showstopper.
Damn, I would have stole the show. That's what everyone's trying to do whenever they're giving a speech at a wedding. They're trying to steal the show.
That's exactly what I'd try to do.
Fuck a wedding. No one cares about the bullshit that you made up and said to your wife that was gay. They only care about was the speech funny?
Mm-hmm.
They're only talking about the best man speech afterwards.
Was mine funny? I can't even remember. I blacked out.
Yours was decent.
Like, I didn't black out from drugs. I blacked out from pure nerves. I was
scared.
I wiped my sweat and I went fucking offline.
Yours was good, except like it was good, funny, like, and then all of a sudden it seemed like you skipped 5 minutes of it.
Yeah.
And then you were like, so let's all just raise a glass. I was like, he's done.
Yeah. Yeah. I had more prepared, but I just forgot it. And I was just like, I looked at your brothers, and your brothers were like smirking, like not negatively, but they're just like,
my brothers loved you that day. They thought you were the coolest guy.
I was fucking so nervous standing in front of all, like, I didn't realize exactly how many people were going to be like right behind. You don't realize how many people are in a room until you're the only one standing up.
Yeah, I mean it's tough.
But yeah, I got fucking.
I haven't watched any of the wedding videos.
I don't know if any of it's. I'm so fucked up by the time.
Did you give an interview?
Oh yeah, and I'm fucking.
Are you alone in it?
At that point, yeah.
Oh damn, I should.
I'm so fucked up by that point. I
so
might
many,
say
so
something
regrets.
embarrassing. I might say something super.
I haven't watched it because my brothers were like, we didn't know what to say. Like it was actually weird. And so, like, that makes me not want to watch it at all because I feel like it's going to be awkward to watch.
Those are the best things because then they're the ones being weird.
Well, because like, the interviewer assumes that, like, the bride and groom. So they're like, what do you think of Melissa and Jonathan? And they're like, don't really know Melissa that well. Can't wait to get to know her.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, and I don't want to see that.
I think I just was so fucked up and was like, well, we live together in an apartment, you know.
I know. I mean, I think about this shit all the time, unfortunately, and it's like I should have had you go with John Pham.
That would have had me. I didn't realize I was going in there alone. I was like, what is this, an interrogation?
You weren't supposed to. I think that it was like
where did you meet Jonathan first? I think that it just got fucked. I think I panicked and lied and said you were the cool older guy in football or some shit. And I was just oh God, I don't know. He's always just like
lie.
I
was the cool older guy in football.
Lie.
I was the you know, when you're starting and you're like, you know, running the fucking offensive line like I was, and you're, you know, an all-star, it's a little intimidating to come in.
Of course. Come in, start talking. Oh man, this guy's running the offense. He's the all-star.
Huddle. And
he's also the fucking jokester. He's the prankster. This guy's got all the jokes. I'm doing nothing but laughing around this guy. I can't even take this guy serious.
Football. Were we friends when you were a freshman and I was a sophomore? I think that's when we became friends.
That's when we were starting to. Because when I was a freshman...
Did you ever play on the freshman team? You came up to JV immediately?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that's definitely when we became friends.
Yeah.
Because you became like my ride to football, pretty much.
Yeah, and it was... Because there was someone else who was on the team. Grace, what? You've been yelling all night. What's going on? Come over here. What? We might have to flip her poop.
Let's go do it. It'll take 2 seconds.
All right, we'll take 2 seconds and flip her deuces. Is that really what we're going to do now? If you think the show to flip her poops,
if you think that's going to help her,
it might. Yeah, man, I don't know. Maybe they'll take my cat away. Maybe they won't. I'll have to fucking put her up in my attic like Rosa Parks. Isn't that what they did with... No. Anne Frank. Dude.
Oh, the kitty Anne Frank? Dude.
Yeah, kitten Anne Frank. Have you seen this TikTok or this clip going around? It's like Joe Budden or something, and they're saying the internet's going into craze because they found out Rosa Parks' husband had a car.
The whole Rosa Parks thing.
Oh no, JD's got something to say.
I mean, the whole Rosa Parks thing was manufactured in the first place.
Go on.
Like, they identified her as the woman who's going to be the face of our movement. So it's like we're gonna make this protest where she doesn't give her up her seat, and like it was all planned. It's not like she was like going to work and didn't give up her seat for a white guy. It was like all a thing. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's like bad or anything that you did. It was just that the whole thing.
Taking away the significance of the movement.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying.
JD's over here. JD's over here. Oh, that's my favorite. Just making claims that JD's
a racist.
We do that a lot. We do that a lot on this podcast.
Fair enough.
We make fun.
I mean, but I'm pretty sure that's true. Fact check that.
Well, the last time I fact checked it, it was that Boondocks episode, and it was the grandpa was actually supposed to get some credit for it.
Oh,
He's
right.
mad he didn't. Yeah. His sister Rosa says you've been prank phone calling her. What? She lied. Yeah.
No, I think that like the whole thing was like a publicity stunt to bring attention to the whole
publicity stunt. JD calls it a No, I know what you mean. Like it was like a planned protest
thing,
so that we can make our voices
to bring attention to the issue, because it's stupid, because it's like a fucked up issue. Anyone can look at it and be like,
yeah,
front back of the bus, like what the fuck.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, you just don't want to be on the wheel well, because they'll hit that pothole or that bump.
Well, you know what's funny is that I was
on your way to work and you just jostle around your lunch.
I'm a kid, and you learn about Rosa Parks and shit, and like when you're a kid,
all you want to do is sit in the back.
The older you are, you get to sit farther in the back of the bus. And so when you're sitting in the back of the bus in fucking 8th grade, you're like, I'm the coolest dude in the world. What the fuck was this Rosa Parks chick thinking?
And obviously, it made sense that the black people are at the back of the bus. They're the coolest people. So the coolest people, coolest part of the bus. It all made sense.
So why did she want to sit in the front of the bus?
So that she can pop wise at the bus driver. She can crack wise off at him. Tell him how he's driving all wrong. And
this was back when bus drivers were white too.
Yeah, She probably wouldn't get away with that.
Actually, I think growing up that most of my school bus drivers were white, I think.
Oh yeah, dude. We had Wenzel Wenzel, and he kept a fishing knife, and we tried to get him fired because we didn't like him. He smelled like cigarettes.
I think I talked about this on the podcast before, but like the first day of 8th grade, we're sitting in the back of the bus feeling like a bunch of badasses, and our bus driver literally runs over a dog. on Olive, so going like 45 miles an hour, and like we hear something at the front of the bus, and she's like, "Oh my god!" And then we see a fucking dog come out the back, and it's like I don't know if you've ever seen an animal get hit by the deer, sort of. It like gets up and it's like fucking walking, but not walking right. You can tell this thing's gonna like walk off 2 feet and fucking die.
Well, I mean, what kind of dog was it, if you remember?
Just like a 30 to 40 pound normal dog, just generic.
I mean, that thing got fucked by
the
that
dog
bus,
is for sure dead.
Definitely.
I mean, a bus full of kids, that dog's dead for sure.
Oh, definitely. But that deer, I mean, the time we saw that deer, that thing like got hit and then
people don't believe me that happened.
There's absolutely no way anyone could believe it. It's such an insane thing.
We're driving down a road. We're going
Grand Cherokee
40 miles an hour.
Not a Grand Cherokee. What's those Jeep? What's
like a Patriot or some shit.
Some Jeep or not a Jeep, a van, like a Grand.
like a caravan.
Yeah, Grand Caravan or something's in front of us.
That's what my mom used to drive.
And this Grand Caravan strikes this deer in its back lower quarter, like its back leg.
Like gets it after it's most of the way across the road, but just hits its back legs.
Or it was
I don't know
like
what that fucking thing did.
And the van struck it in his back quarter and made
this thing
it
went
do
airborne.
If it was a skateboard, it did a fucking varial flip. So
this thing went like 10 feet in the air.
Yeah, 180 and a body roll. And then it hit a stop sign and reversed its entire body rotation.
And managed to do another flip before it landed on its feet and ran off.
And jumped. It stood up, jumped out of fear, and then ran off and probably died somewhere. It was like crazy. And were we smoking or
we had just picked up Qdoba.
It was the craziest fucking shit in the entire world. And
yeah, I've never seen an animal thing like that.
I do not. I'm not surprised. I don't doubt that people don't believe that story. It's such a crazy thing to see.
Remember that ex-girlfriend you had who what we used to do is we used to be smoking weed and we'd be driving and we would see deer and we would slow down to a stop and we'd say, "Hey, deer, what are you doing?
Yeah,
you don't belong here. Go back to your house." And you had this girlfriend who, whenever we did that, she'd be like, "Guys, stop it."
Oh yeah.
You cannot do this to deer. They are going to they're going to like tip over the car with their antlers.
That was so stupid. I can't believe
God, I'm glad you cheated on that bitch.
Whoa. I beg to disagree. We had differences. We saw things differently.
Good times.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do? Nah, I mean, it's just funny driving around yelling at animals and then somebody takes offense to it. That's when I knew.
And then all of a sudden you're like, wait, should I not be yelling at animals like this?
What do you mean?
Is this weird?
I shouldn't be high screaming out of my car in the middle of the night at animals?
Well, because part of me is like, it's a joke. Like, I don't think the deer cares.
Well, I don't think that the deer can hear me or has...
It doesn't get it.
Yeah.
And then I think what she was saying is like, you're going to attract the deer to the car?
Or hurt its feelings.
I couldn't tell what she was saying. Was it hurt the feelings?
Talking about hurting its feelings.
Well, that's complete.
What are you doing yelling at the deer
The deer doesn't know.
Well, the deer just got feelings. Don't yell at it.
Its babies are right there. I cannot believe you would say that to a mommy deer. And
right in front of its kids.
Bambi just heard that, and now they're never going to look at their mom the same.
Dude.
Now I'm imagining being a deer.
And then hearing your mom getting called a bitch or something.
No, being just like walking across the road, being a fucking deer, and then some asshole human is passing me being like, hey, fuck off, you fucking fag. And I'm like,
What the fuck?
And I can't say anything because I'm a deer. I don't make any noises. Like, what noises does a deer make? Like, "Arr."
I think they just like
yeah.
make
So
snout
my
noises.
daughter Bambi just is like, oh,
Yeah,
my dad's a pussy.
Wow, what a bitch. This is my dad. No wonder you get shot in the beginning.
Right.
No wonder you get fucking clipped, you loser. God damn. Serves us right, huh?
So if you could be an animal, what animal would you be? I've had my answer. I know my answer. I've had it for years.
I know, and that's why you're asking me with such like gusto, I guess.
Mine's a whale. Easy peasy decision whale.
Why, which kind of whale?
The biggest, the best.
The best?
The biggest whales, like a baleen whale, sperm. I think sperm
The
whales.
biggest and the best whales.
Because all they got to do is swim forward through a cloud of krill, and they get all their food that they need.
Well, what about
through their like little?
Well, what about
reeds?
your calves that you give birth to, and you got to be careful of the
Male.
orcas that are just going to be for fun drowning your fucking calf?
I'll be male, I guess.
It doesn't matter if you're still a baby whale. They drown them for fun.
Oh, I'm a baby. I mean,
At some point, you'd have to be a baby whale, right? If you're going to be a whale.
do orcas,
Yeah.
killer
for
whales
fun.
hunt baby whales.
Literally for fun, yeah.
Citation.
They don't eat 'em?
Citation needed.
Okay, we'll pull it up. It's on BBC 2. Or Blue
Pull
Planet
up
2.
Blue Planet.
Blue Planet 2. And they flip them and drown them for fun.
Damn, we should fucking like we. What I always say is that mosquitoes should be like fucking eradicated because they serve no purpose. Ticks, I think, fall under that. I'm starting to think more and more that killer whales are under that.
Killer whales, dude.
They kind of seem like assholes.
They've been just attacking boats for fun.
Yeah, and now they're attacking humans. So how long until we go to war with them? Fuck,
very
like
shortly,
Israel and Lebanon and Iran. You know,
Yeah,
like
fuck
there's
the
there's
Middle
an
East, bro.
existential
We got a
threat to humans.
There's
Like they're
so
going
much
to war
more
with
ocean
humans.
than there is Middle East. There's so much more.
They're
ocean.
going. I mean, this is a non-human thing that's going to war with humans. So if that's not
That means we
teaming
need
up
to
against an
band
alien
together.
threat,
Yeah, band together and attack the underwater threat.
and that's why I'm fucking emigrating to Japan because those guys just fucking figured it out.
Of course.
You ever watch that show though?
What?
I mean, it's kind of like cliche to make fun of it, Whale Wars, but that show was exactly like how South Park made it seem.
Oh, really? Where they're like, oh, we gotta get there.
Because the
Throw,
funny thing
butter
about
at
that,
'em? What? Like throw stinky butter? Is
no,
that
they would
true?
just like drive in front of them. Well, actually, the show was every episode was like reality TV show, so it's like they had to manufacture.
they had to make
They had to
something up.
manufacture some sort of conflict, and then at the end of the episode, they made it seem like something happened, and all it was like they saw them on the radar for like a second, or they like drove across their bow and then lost them or something.
Orca
and then
whales.
the last episode
drowning. Oh fuck.
is like them finding them, and then they're like the fastest boat in the world, like their super boat that they've been using all
Orca
season,
whales drowning whales.
just gets run over and destroyed.
What
It's like, okay, I guess the
fuck?
Japanese win.
Man, I know it's on. I don't know what episode of Blue Planet it is.
All right, well, this isn't really going to work in this format, so.
Yeah, go ahead and figure it out for me, pal.
Well, I was thinking more. Maybe you just Google something like,
I can't
"Do
Google.
killer whales kill
This is a
baby
PlayStation.
sperm whales?" And this says no.
Whatever, bitch.
So I'm back to wanting to be a sperm whale. Okay, so that was my answer. You still haven't given what animal you want to
Hippos.
give. Hippo. Hippos? That's a good answer. Why?
Because they just got a fucking mud pit. We have a whole episode about it, but they have a mud pit full of cows. They get in big toothy fights with other dudes trying to come up on their cows.
Big and toothy. I like that. I like their mouths. Their mouths seem
very
sweet.
toothy, dude. And it's all about keeping these motherfuckers off my cows.
Wait, they defend cows?
Yeah, dude.
Wait, cows like land
No,
cows, like
that's what
human
you call
cows?
that's what you
Oh,
call
that's
your,
what you call your bitch.
female, your bitch. My bitch hippo.
That's fun that like they're called cows.
Yeah, I like that.
And then the men are called like bulls, I assume, and
Of
like
course, dude. They got tusks. They got
So what
big
is it about
female-like
hippos
teeth.
where they share the same names as the thing that you call cows?
I don't know. That's a very good point. Or question.
How much the quality of the milk you can get out of them?
I think so.
You ever had hippo milk?
I bet it's very good. and
Dude, that
disgusting.
fucking hippo milk is the shit.
All right, we're looking at a whale. Maybe we'll get to it. But no, I swear to God, they were
No,
showing
dude.
this thing.
Not these big ass whales that I'm talking about.
No, dude.
I'm talking about whales that are like a mile long.
Oh, you're talking about like the really big fucking like. What is
I mean,
that,
maybe not a
sperm
mile.
whale or a
A
blue
sper-
whale.
Yeah, I think a blue whale is. I think sperm whale is the category. I'm not sure. I'm talking about the big ass ones. That's the kind of animal I want to be. The one that just have the reeds. That they don't have teeth. They just have things.
They're just
The thing that Nemo and Dory, or that Marlin and Dory got ate in. Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
That's what I want to be.
That's what you want. Okay, I'm chill with that. Man, okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Because like they just swim all over, like no predators, nothing to worry about. I think the second closest thing is like a bald eagle.
Dude, bald eagles, they
just
get
don't live
into it with each other, don't they?
And they also just don't live as long.
Dude, bald eagles fight each other.
Well, never mind. Fucking blue whale.
What is that giant eagle? Pull up the picture of that massive, massive eagle that's like 8 feet tall.
Jamie, you got that?
Jamie, yeah. Jonathan, dude, that's what next every single podcast you're gonna be here so you can pull up shit for me.
8-foot eagle.
Dude, it's like the scariest looking thing on earth.
This is a made up thing that idiots believe in. Oh
Yeah,
wow,
that's
that's
it.
a weird thing for Google to say.
Yeah, it's crazy. I can't believe they'd say that bullshit to me. What is it? There's like Blue Planet, Planet Earth, and then something else.
Green Planet?
No, it's not in Green Planet, obviously. Isn't there one for water? No, that'd be Blue Planet. I'm dumb as hell.
What are you looking for? This is
I'm looking for the whales. Leave me alone. Fuck you.
you're killing me.
You don't care about the whales. You don't even care about the podcast. You never even come around.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is. You didn't even care. You didn't even care. What do you care about? You didn't care.
You're right.
It's all right, dude. You're about
So
to be a
what's-
dad.
Yeah,
Let's
I know.
talk about some big things.
Okay, sure.
How big is it?
The baby?
No, your penis. What do I
Oh.
care about the baby size?
You know the thing. I don't know if they say this, but as you gain weight, your penis gets smaller.
Mm.
It just feels like it's getting smaller by the day as I put on the lbs.
Oh, that's no good.
I know. I used
You're
to think
losing?
I used to think that I had porn star penis.
You're losing base to your mound. Yeah, it's terrible. It's a terrible tragedy. You can't be losing inches to mound, bro. I've been thinking
It's a bad trade.
It is a tough trade. It's the worst trade. It's an Indian kind of a trade.
The worst kind.
The worst kind. Dude, I've been almost thinking about getting into Blue Chews, ordering Blue Chews.
I just threw out a bunch of free Blue Chews that I got on accident in the mail.
What?
Yeah.
Threw them out?
I just didn't really want to take them.
What? You got to take it, and even though, all right, and I might be putting you on blast a little bit, but your babe's pregnant and she's not trying to do any poking.
Mm-hmm.
But if you come out of the shower after just munching some Blue Chews, squeezing your mound, squeezing your base,
It's like,
and you
what's
come-
wrong with you?
You come out and it's just big and wet. There's nothing she could say. She could tell you no, dude. Why would you throw this away?
This is classic single thing to say.
What?
I'm just gonna come out.
You come out and
I'm-
press her with full mast, your heartbeat pumping in your biggest vein, and she's gonna say no to that.
and my heartbeat is making it like, and it's like
yeah,
going
it's
up.
like twitching. It's like,
I love when that. I actually do love when that happens.
That's-
That feels good when that happens. Does
that's
that ever
wild.
happen to you?
yeah, of course, it's funny. I laugh every time.
I think it feels good.
Yeah.
Do you think you could hands-free orgasm?
No.
Have you ever done that? Or I mean,
I've
obviously you haven't because you
absolutely
just said
not.
no.
I can't.
But
I wish I could, dude. I get like really excited about like, you know, I've almost hand-free orgasmed in my sheath underwears. Like, I got in a pair of those. Did I tell you about that?
you told me that you got those. You didn't tell me about any sort of sexual
So, well, you get
proclivity.
I mean, it's crazy because you just got this little glory hole that your penis hangs out of, and this little like.
Is
just
that
a
not?
normal-
Is that not just normal underwear stuff? I don't get
No,
it.
no. What it is?
Are you wearing them right now?
No. I would show you my whole setup if I was. No, I'm not gonna go put them on for you.
No, just go get a pair. Let me check them out.
No, I'm not gonna go wear them for you.
You don't-
Crazy.
I actually want to see. I mean,
All
what
right,
I'm visualizing
whenever
is
I-
just
whenever I find them.
it's just the normal boxer thing.
Yeah, but it's almost the normal boxer thing, but it's like a full pouch that goes
Oh
all
yeah,
the
there's
way
like
around your balls.
a holding thing.
It goes all the way around your balls, and then in that pouch there's a ring that you put your penis through that is now on the outside of the boxers that your normal barn door covers. So the full barn door is covering your penis. So when you go to pee, you have to, unless you want to.
Okay, intermediate question. When you're peeing in a toilet, do you flop or do you put through the?
No, you can't flop. It has to come out, or else you look like a complete psycho.
What do you do in general? But before fancy underwear, what did you always do?
Flop. I always pulled out.
Really, I'm always a through the middle.
Through the middle,
if I can. Jeans and stuff, it was always through the middle because like that just always seems so much easier for me.
Reasonable.
And then like when I went from boxers, which is what I used to wear like in high school and like early college, to like compression shorts, like
flop.
You had to flop because they didn't really have like a barn door.
Yeah, not all of them had.
And so it was like flopping on the inside and zipper because like over jeans just never really made sense to me. Like that's a lot.
Crazy.
Do you go over jeans?
No, I open my jeans.
Oh, I hated undoing the button. Fuck that.
I have to because I don't like fishing it out because I'll drag it on the zipper. Or I've always been terrified of course,
zipping up the thing.
Yeah, beans over Frank. Frank over beans, or whatever they say in Along Came Polly, or
I don't know, but that's funny.
Mary.
Is that
whichever one has Cameron Diaz and Ben Stiller zips his junk up is like, how'd you get the beans above the Frank? So it's always been a huge terror for me.
So they hold the whole thing.
They hold your whole balls, and then your penis is in its own thing, and then that in and of itself gets me half aroused, because in a weird way, the penis being pulled out of cloth or through the barn door was always one of the first ways I'd gotten a hand job. So that nostalgia.
It's the sound of undoing belts for me.
Interesting.
Because like, because I have kind of a weird waist to leg ratio, I've always had to wear belts.
Because you got a weird waist. I just stopped the
I wear a 20.
in my head.
I wear a 29. Like if I wear pants that fit me, it's a 29.
Length?
Yeah, 29 length, which is short. So I always have to buy things kind of a size up.
Boy, you got short ass legs.
I got short ass legs. I got a long torso.
When you run, do your feet kick real fast? They got to kick faster than you expect.
I think so. Yeah, but anyways, it's the sound of the bell because I always wear belts.
Gets you. Yeah, dude.
But you know what? When you're hungover, what's your horniness level when you're hungover?
Retard level.
You're like goon status. Like
dude.
Like I make fun of people who are gooning, but like when I'm hungover,
I'm like
gooning
constantly.
I'm gooning all day.
I mean, I could be, I got something that's kind of hot, maybe titillating on TV, a little TNA, and that's got me going. Now I'm on my phone. Now I'm over here.
I'm slow burning. I'm watching porn and I'm watching it for the story.
What?
And I'm
dude?
watching it for fucking an hour.
When you're hungover?
Yeah. When I'm hungover, my goon is
sick.
No, I don't actually feel sick when I'm feeling horny. I feel sick immediately after I come.
Maybe that's why like we are hardwired to want to watch porn or goon, because then when we're horny we don't feel sick, so we're trying to feel not sick as long as possible.
As soon as I'm done, it's like worse than it was before.
Ugh.
I'm like, ooh, that was a mistake.
Oh,
like,
fuck.
Ooh, that's a little.
It's like as soon as you come, it's like you got off the tilt-a-whirl. You're like, oh god.
Kind of, yeah.
Oh,
it's like because I'm a big hangovers for me have always been a lot of nausea and not so much headaches and nausea, but not so much the other pussy symptoms like sensitivity to light and like.
Well, that just is like going with the headache.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But I've always been like, like that's what I've noticed is that I just get majorly horny, and it'll be like all day.
And you just try and stay horny so you don't feel nauseous?
No, like, it's just like I can't, like I'm sitting on the couch in my house and like my wife is coming and going, so I can't just like be sitting there jacking off.
Have
so
you
I
ever
have
just
to, like,
beat off? Like, what's the casual level of beating off in front of your wife? Do you have like
outside of a sexual scenario between us?
Has she ever caught you beating off and it's humiliating?
No, I've been caught beating off once and it wasn't really humiliating.
It's like, oh, sorry. Keep going.
It was like, I think she came in, she's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm jacking off.
Fucking jerking off? What does it look like?
And she's like, oh, sorry. Or something like that. It wasn't really a big deal. Not like when my mom.
Twist my nipples till I finish.
Not like when my mom caught me.
I remember that, dude.
I'm living with my mom and I'm getting ready to go to work and I decide to jack off before work and I do the same thing I've done every day where I go up and I take a shower and I come back and it's like during this time I would be like putting my pants on and like putting my work outfit on and I decided to jack off. And my mom, for some reason, this time walks down and is like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, cover up real quick. I'm like, I'm getting ready for work. What the fuck is this? And she like stood. It's like she was sleepwalking or something. She like stood there for way too long, and she's like, "Oh, okay." It was so strange, dude. It was the strangest.
You think she was just so stricken that she was just like,
Potentially, I think that I think that she came down not thinking she would see that.
Well,
saw
she had
that.
2 other boys. Do you think they've ever been? Have you ever asked your brothers if they've been walked in on?
No, I remember one time I was something was on like the news or something, and my brother was like, "Johnny, come check this out." And it was like it wasn't 9/11, but it was something like that. It was like some big thing that was like on the news. It was like I don't remember what it was. But like on his computer monitor, which was like not on his TV, but it was like on his computer, which was like like to the 90 degrees to it. It was just like hardcore pornography. And he just didn't realize that he had like left that on. Like I don't know what his deal was.
Whatever was on the news was so.
I don't know what the deal was with that.
9/11 was so startling.
I don't know. Was he in the middle of jacking off and he saw this and then forgot that that's what he was doing and called in his little brother? I don't know. Is that just something he had on? Is that just something he always had on while he was just browsing TV, like so that he could look over and.
That's a primitive goon setup, dude.
Yeah, I think that it probably was.
It's a primitive goon setup.
Well, what happened is that my mom came down and was like, "Oh my God, what's happening? What's the news? Oh my God, I can't believe Michael Jackson died or whatever it was." Like that's what we're watching on the news. And then she like looks over. I walk out and she's like, "Jesus Christ, Jeffrey!" And he's like, "Oh shit, he didn't see that."
God damn, that's sick. I mean, that's pretty. That's pretty funny. I don't think my brother ever got in trouble. It was always me on my own volition getting in trouble with porn, like finding it or printing high gloss pictures off the internet using all of my dad's high expensive toner.
It was always not knowing how to delete history.
Oh, dude, not knowing how to delete history and re-download it.
You think you're deleting history, and then like all of a sudden someone's trying to put clip art into Microsoft Word and like all the suggested shit is like fucking sapphic erotica and like 80s.
What is sapphic erotica?
Some lesbian site. That's what sapphic means.
Okay.
I was big into lesbians because I thought watching anything that had a dick was gay.
It's so fucking funny.
It's like, well, I'm not a fag, so. So for the longest time, it was like jacking off to solo or lesbians only, and I was like, I can't believe there's so much gay stuff out there. Or like so much stuff for people who are into both of them, I guess.
Wow.
But
I can't believe
I see that dick and I'm just like,
can't believe there are dudes that like watching other dudes. Disgusting.
And then the other thing that I was majorly into, because I used to jack off on a PSP.
Oh no!
Like I didn't have a laptop and I didn't really have free reign on the computer, but I had a PSP that my mom didn't know had internet access.
Oh boy!
So it was a lot of pictures and then it was a lot of stories.
Oh no! You were a big time reader, huh?
Erotica.
Ugh, disgusting. At least with erotica, like
I'm kind of feeling like I could get back into that now.
I bet you could, because the best part about it is someone comes in, they just see a Word document or whatever.
I'm not even thinking about it like that. It's just like you get to imagine the whole thing in your head, you know?
Well,
because they leave.
Yeah, that's nice. That's beautiful.
I'm gonna
that's wonderful.
I'm gonna see if I can find that.
Intimate, and you get to form everything in yourself. But
do you want to do it with me?
No. Yes.
Okay, yeah.
But
that's
what I'm worried about is like
I don't even know what I was
getting caught. It's like you're not gonna get caught. I mean, I guess getting caught jacking off to a Word document is pretty humiliating. Or jacking off to a long thread or on fucking Reddit.
There's a lot worse things to get caught jacking off to.
Well, it's just nerdy and dumb. I mean, getting caught jacking off to a one-line drawing would be pretty fucking embarrassing too. Like, dude, come on. You got to be pretty autistic to get turned on by a one-line. Like,
wait, a one-line drawing like a schematic?
Yes.
I'm like, what? Do I know what a one-line drawing is? Exactly I'm thinking it's just like a comic.
I'm talking about exactly how many relays are getting powered by this 24-volt power supply.
Yeah, so jacking off to something that's like overtly not sexual.
30 whole relays off of one supply. Bust. Bust.
So yeah, that's freak stuff. Like jacking off to things that aren't sexual.
Yeah, that's pretty gross.
That's
the grossest
that's
thing
not real.
you can jack off to.
That's not real. No one does that.
Yeah, it could be. Just play theater of the minds with me. That's why we're here. We're here to imagine and enjoy and be like, yeah, dude, someone is jacking off to the schematics of how to light up the McDonald's sign out there. And he's fucking pissed because it's
It makes me
flickering.
wonder, like, okay, so this is his fetish. He jacks off to this. So, like, what is his day job? Like, is it related to this? Like, is he really? He'd probably be pretty good. He'd probably be better than you at your job.
He'd be way better than me at my job, but the problem is his day job is a fucking math teacher at some fucking remedial
Seems
high
harmless.
school.
Seems harmless to me.
I mean, it is harmless. We're just trying to take a dip into some other guy's mind, see what he's up to. He probably takes vacations, Coral Gables or whatever, to visit his mom. She retired. She moved down there with her second or third husband.
Her second husband who does fucking panel wiring. It's genetic.
You wish. He is just a fucking trust fund fat baby, and she's living fat off his teat in his little house down in the.
Oh, the
Floridas.
husband.
Yeah,
I
was
was
the third husband. So you
Third.
got to keep up. This is his mom's third husband. Now we're back.
I was thinking maybe it was a genetic thing that that the mom was into also, and that's where the son got it from. That's where I was creating a little storyline.
maybe it is a genetic thing.
Well, it's too late. You already said it's some fucking trust fund, whatever.
Theater of the mind. We'll take it back. You're awful at this game. Start me up.
You didn't yes
Start
and me
me
at
up.
all. You knowed me. You said no, actually, AKSHUALLY.
When was the last time you peed yourself? Did you pee on your pregnant wife?
I've peed on my pregnant wife before.
Was
I
she
think.
pregnant?
I think so.
Oh God, you're miserable. You're a miserable man. You're not gonna pee on her tonight, are you? You haven't had that much to drink.
No, I'm good.
All right. Well, that's good, dude. Does she like getting peed on?
No.
Sexually?
No, I'm in trouble when I do that.
Oh. That's not good, dude. I'm really worried about
The sexual pee thing, I don't think I could ever really get into that.
I don't think I could neither. I don't even
Have you ever
think-
done anything close to that?
No.
You know, for all the sex that you've had, I feel like you haven't had that much like
No, I'm vanilla, dude. I am so like I don't know if the word for that is vanilla or manila, but I'm a manila envelope when it comes to sex, dog. Blank and easy.
yeah, Mr. Can't even handle
Yeah, I can't.
a little fingy in the beehole.
Absolutely. Fuck no, bud. Fuck no.
Just like the smallest butt plug.
No fingers in my butt because that starts to play onto my smells issue. I have an issue.
They're both
with
sources of pleasure.
Well, that very well may be, but I have
that's a Vito Spatafor quote.
yeah, no wonder. Fuck out of here.
I love him.
But no, like I just don't want to do a finger in my butt because I'm so worried that when she pulls out her finger, that it's just gonna be poopy, nothing but poopies. And I understand, everyone understands the risk of going into a butt, but it's still just like, dude, the moment that I'm smelling poops, I'm not like I might be in pure bliss when you're up there ringing my doorbell, but as soon as you pull out and I smell it, I'm not.
Fair enough.
And it's I don't know, maybe if we're in the shower and it's just constant, like the water's constantly running the poopies away. Maybe, man, finger my butt all you want in the shower. We'll see what happens. I don't know,
Word.
but just not in the bed, man. Because now we're definitely looking at a sheet change. We're definitely looking at manual labor afterwards.
She changed. Jeez.
Maybe, dude. What if I find out I just turn into a fucking geyser if somebody's back there? And I'm just a pure leaky faucet. Who knows?
Yeah.
Or if it turns into just nothing but a smeared, shitty handprint doing
What
one
I
of those
am.
on a sheet.
I can see everything in color.
Yeah. I mean,
Either
that's
way,
all
don't
rough.
want to lay
Everything.
next to
I
that
get
much
it.
cum and
In
that
the air.
much poop.
You can't believe it.
I don't know
And
what
the
you're into.
dimensions and all the prisms and the
Maybe
rays.
you like laying into that, laying next to that much doo-doo.
Specifically, yes.
Disgusting. You're a grown man. You're an adult. You're someone I look up to. This is not what I want to be hearing. This is not what I want.
interview with the subject just before LSD is to be administered.
My husband applied here at the DA, and he told me they were looking for normal people, and I volunteered.
I say, do you feel you're normal?
Well, I couldn't possibly tell you. It's here. Can't you feel it? This whole room, everything is in color, and I can feel the air. I can see it. I can see all the molecules. Can't you see it?